Let's go.
Primary systems online. Cleaning sequence complete. Emergency shutdown protocols disengaged. System was offline for time code error 106. Contact technician for assistance. Welcome to Simuldyne USA Enhanced Access Operations. Please enter your clearance credentials. Error. These credentials are not recognized. Clearance credential requirement overridden. Administrator privileges granted. Welcome back, unknown user ID. What would you like to do? Accessing archival storage for GBA. Data extraction initiated. Data extraction, 10% complete. Data extraction, 4% complete. Data extraction, 80% complete.
Sort of feels like a weird bit graphics type, like I don't know, like sort of old school Silent Hill / Metal Gear Solid type vibes, where they're using the video camera effects and everything, you know, the panning cameras and all that stuff, the poor grainy, it's whatever, it just feels kind of, I don't know, feels cool though, it's good. Yeah.
Data extraction complete. All data extracted to.
Aren't there supposed to be a whole bunch of enemies coming at him while he's trying to extract the data?
Error, no.
Dear believers, when men pursue evil, it is evil that they will find. Mark my words, there is no good that can come from the pursuit of darkness. Let me read to you, dear believer, the words of the late brilliant Charles Spurgeon, who discussed this at length in a sermon all the way back in 1864. He said, quote, "Our adversary, the devil, goes about like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. We are taught by our Lord Jesus to pray, do not lead us into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. What we are taught to seek or shun in prayer, we should equally pursue or avoid in action.
Looked like it was on fire for a minute.
Therefore, should we endeavor to avoid temptation, seeking to walk in the path of obedience, so that we may never be guilty of tempting the devil to tempt us. We are not to enter the thicket in search of the lion. We may pay dear."
This also reminds me of that one video where the dude's like going to a certain destination. He's following the GPS, and he ends up getting all the way into the fucking forest and shit, and like his car is going up and down, but you know, like hills, and it is almost breaking apart and everything. And he sees something, and it starts chasing him, and it's at the end, it's like, "You have arrived at your destination," and there's some other spooky stuff that was on there. See if you can find it. It's pretty good. Oh, what the fuck was that? What the hell? Oh, is that blood or something on the snow? Alrighty. Some Blair Witch shit. What the hell is he saying? What was that? What is that?
When we will come
Oh, we're back
face
on the
to
road
face with the devil
with the
himself,
sermon
whether we
from
intended
hell.
to or not, dear believer. We are drawn to him by our own hearts. In Matthew chapter 15, verse 19, it says, "For out of the heart come evil thoughts."
I don't know. If I was in the car and there was nothing else to do, I'd probably listen to. I mean, it's not terrible. You could get into it for what it is.
Murder, adultery, sexual immorality, theft, false witness, slander. There is a shadow nested deep, deep within our hearts, within our minds, in a place most people don't even know exists within themselves. The devil is going to call to those
What are you doing,
depths,
signaling to
dear
somebody?
believer. And though you may tremble before the beast, you should make it easier on yourself and accept what it is that he bestows upon you.
Oh, shit. Yeah. This is some wild shit.
Greetings, and welcome to the Preconditional Protocols and Orientation video system provided by Unit 13 as part of the United States Army and Project Stargate, created in partnership with Semiodyne USA.
Hey, some of this sounds familiar. Not just
On
the
behalf of all
Stargate.
of us here at Unit 13, congratulations on your selection as one of our testing candidates. You likely have a lot of questions, and this video
Yes.
is designed to answer them all. First,
Okay.
let's go over some background information to provide you with the crucial context you'll need for a full understanding of what it is we're doing at Unit 13.
So,
We are
training
told there
video.
are plenty of rumors surrounding what it is that we do, but we are willing to bet that most everything you've heard is wrong. Being a highly confidential part of Project Stargate, which you've already been briefed on, Unit 13 studies a revolutionary and promising area of parapsychology, thought forms. If you're unfamiliar with what thought forms are, that's okay. You're in the majority. So, what are thought forms? Through the ages, occultists and spiritualists, Tibetan monks to theosophists, have exercised the creation of what is sometimes referred to as a tulpa, otherwise known as a thought form. A thought form is the manifestation of a person's will, emotion, or other deeply psychologically energized state into a semi-physical form, existing as not only an extension of the person, but as its own independent and sentient entity. Thought forms are also able to be witnessed and experienced by third parties, and are not limited solely to the person who developed them. Thought forms have been formed to serve as familiars, companions, or even friends to those who conjure them. According to key literature, thought forms can be intentionally formed by a single person.
Yeah, so we're definitely getting metaphysical because this crosses lots of different subjects. Let's continue.
Or multiple people, though they can be unintentionally formed as well. But they are always manifested through the deep will and focus of a person in a considerably heightened state of connectivity with their own consciousness. Traditional thought forms can vary widely in their level of influence in the real world. While they usually take physical formations eventually, their earliest stages are more apparitional in nature, with brief manifestations, though most often remaining as an unseen essence, much like a fan.
So there's an SCP entry that is based on the Dead Man Switch um, philosophy during the Cold War. You know, where basically what is it? Mutually assured destruction, MAD. Um, and this particular dead switch was a. So they had taken a soldier that was psychotic and sociopathic, and they kind of scooped him out, personality wise, and left the um, pragmatic parts of the personality, and then installed it like merged him something with a thought form, or they used a thought form to be a vessel for his will or something. So basically, so even um, like if a certain threshold is met um, between Russia and uh, the U.S. specifically, but NATO more broadly, as it usually is. Um, like he's tuned to receive broadcasts from around the world, and if he gets anything like we're going to war, he can almost instantly go to the nearest silo and launch it off, and then launch the others. It's quite frightening, but he's actually combat effective for personnel. Like he emits microwave radiation, and it's not just like it's not just the spectral form of a soldier. It's like one of the forms was the form of a babushka, and I think another one was like a like somebody that was melting from radiation sickness or something like that. But it all involves thought forms and tulpas by another name, with a bunch of mysticism and healthy science fiction thrown in there. But yeah. I just thought I'd throw it in there. Go find it if you want. It's a SCP entry for it's either Dead Man's Hand or Dead Man's Switch or something like that. You can find it.
Or ghost. At this phase, thought forms and ghosts are very similar in a number of ways. Individuals can make contact with them through communication devices, such as a Ouija board or through EVP sessions, while the thought form may respond through moving objects, manipulating electronics, or even speaking words and short phrases. Due to their striking similarities, a current theory established by Unit 13 suggests that what we know as ghosts may not be as common as we once believed. Rather than a deceased person's energy being left behind after death, it's possible, and indeed likely, that these paranormal entities are actually thought forms that are unintended.
I used to live with a friend of mine. He had diabetes, so I looked after him. Um, and I remember one night I was sleeping. I kipped out in the living room, and the cat was on the bed with me, and Verse's door was closed, and he leaves it closed unless he has to go to the bathroom and get something from the kitchen or something. You know what I'm saying? But it's always closed and locked. I don't know what time it was, but at a certain point, we saw a shadow of sorts manifest in front of his doorway and walk through the kitchen into the living room to the front door and disappear into the front. And And it wasn't just me because the cat was looking at it too. So this idea of thought forms manifesting, and being mistaken as ghosts and blah blah blah. I kind of, yeah, like there's like, yeah, I've got some precedents for seeing something like that. So, and he definitely was a worrier. Like it wasn't just like a formless shape; it was a shape of him, of verse when he's in his pacing mood. You know what I'm saying? Going from one room to the other, or to the door and back again. Um, he was definitely a pacer. So it was just something very weird, and this is triggering all kinds of things. Sorry about the interruptions.
Originally created by those individuals that the deceased has left behind, who spend inordinate amounts of time in deeply emotional states, where their mental capacity is largely occupied by a powerful focus on the departed individual. In other words, as these are the ideal conditions from which thought forms are born, people may very well create their own ghosts and hauntings. However, as more time and energy is invested into the development of the thought form, they begin to harness more influence on their environment, until eventually exhibiting a semi-permanent physical appearance, and, in due course, becoming as tangible as a living creature. This is where Unit 13's interest comes in. We've sought to answer a very important question. Can thought forms be created in a manner that would benefit American society and help keep American citizens safe? Unfortunately, the practice of intentionally creating a thought form by traditional methods would undoubtedly take years and years of devout mental training. So, Project Stargate has enlisted a world-renowned authority in thought forms, a man named Dr. Bernard Hayes, to oversee a number of the operations related to Unit 13's work. His participation has been invaluable and has brought fruitful results to the project. Due to Unit 13 and Semiodyne USA's combined efforts, bringing together some of the most prestigious minds in the world, specializing in the sciences of the human consciousness, with cutting-edge technology and engineering methods, we've created a groundbreaking, proprietary invention. Introducing the Thought Form Manifester. The Thought Form Manifester is able to create truly independent and self-sustaining thought form entities from the minds of select, willing
This
participants.
doesn't sound like it would go
That they
down
come
well.
from the deepest recesses of the human mind. Thought forms can appear in virtually any configuration. They could look like a person, an object, an animal, or even something as abstract as the physical representation of an emotion. That being said, it's recommended to brace yourself before touring the thought form chambers, as thought forms can also take on appearances that could be considered disturbing, like a creature one might see in a childhood nightmare. There's no reason to be afraid, however. All thought forms are docile by nature, and while they may look or behave in a frightening manner, and though they are capable of making physical contact, they pose no threat to humans. Once your session in the Thought Form
Highly doubt that.
Manifester is completed, your thought form will be securely transported directly into a containment chamber. Thought forms are unable to pass through the barrier of and will not be capable of causing you any issues. There are some very rare potential side effects that may result from your session. These side effects include increased tiredness, loss of balance, dizziness, insomnia, vomiting, episodes of temporary amnesia, and mild hallucinations.
Well,
These side
fuck.
effects, if present, will clear up within 72 hours of your session, and are simply signs of your brain recalibrating to the real world. It is recommended you refrain from driving or operating heavy machinery for 72 hours after your session, even if you experience no side effects. None of these side effects should cause you any harm or overt stress, and former testing candidates who have experienced these side effects reported that they were very mild and merely a transient inconvenience. With all of that out of the way, we are looking forward to your participation with Unit 13, and your time in the Thought Form Manifester has been scheduled. However, there are several required mind exercises as a part of this video system that must be completed prior to your scheduled date in order to prime your consciousness and ensure the highest quality results. Please enter the video cassette labeled TF2, Waking Your Subconscious, now. This is the end of this tape.
cult forms in their containment chambers. Ah, so it's an intruder. Or looking for signs of intrusion. And why do you look so sketchy, dude? Why you keep looking at people's fucking houses, man? Breaking in on the second story or something? You're breaking and entering. All right. Off to a great start. The fuck? The hell? Oh, now we're back out into the snow. What in the Sam hell is going on here? Ooh, pretty moon. I like moons when, especially when it's snowing.
I'd like to thank
Hey,
my
Max!
producer, my writers, my director, my friends, and you, the ordinary people who made me what I am today.
Max Headroom premieres after moonlighting tomorrow.
They did love me.
We interrupt our current program at the request of the Massachusetts State Police. This is the emergency broadcast system. This is not a test. All normal broadcasting has been discontinued during the emergency. This station will broadcast official information, news, and instruction for Northern Berkshire County, Massachusetts, after the following tone.
Your souls are mine.
At 3:34 a.m., Massachusetts State Police confirmed the presence of a potential group of active and unidentified home invaders who have targeted 49 residences since approximately 11:15 p.m. last night. The attacks appear to be random, spanning across the towns of North Adams, Cheshire, Savoy, and Windsor. Residents are urged to take the following actions immediately. Wake all occupants of your home. Lock all doors and windows. Close all curtains and blinds. Gather in a secure area of your home where multiple exits are available to prevent yourself from being cornered. Additionally, residents are urged to arm themselves with a blunt object or firearm if available and licensed. Only resort to self-protection if a suspect has entered your home, poses an active threat to you or your family, and you are unable to escape safely. If you are currently away from home, we are urging you not to return home at this time. Shelter in place where you are. If you are currently not in a secure area or in a vehicle, immediately head to your closest 7-Mart. Each 7-Mart location is currently being used as a safe area and has police stationed for your protection. Remain in your secure area until the threat has been resolved. Police are currently unable to determine a physical description of any of the assailants involved in these attacks. It is strongly advised you do not open your home to anyone you do not intimately recognize. Do not attempt to search for or engage with any suspects. The suspects are considered armed and extremely dangerous. Do not leave your secure area unless necessary. This is for your safety. Law enforcement will be armed and patrolling your area. Interfering with this investigation could result in lethal force being inadvertently.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Well, hello again, Tiffany.
Oh, hi Wanda. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. No dad this time.
No, unfortunately, he couldn't get off work today, so I'm gonna have to call him on a payphone to let him know all the details as soon as we're done.
He's excited to be a dad, huh?
Oh, yes, he certainly is. We both can't wait to be parents.
Aw, and you said you've been together since high school, right?
Yep.
That's so sweet. And have you decided on a name for your baby boy yet?
Yep, we're going with Max.
Ooh, Max, huh? That's a nice, strong name.
That's why my fiance wanted it so bad. He says it'll help make him strong right off the bat.
That's a pretty good way of thinking about it. So let's see how strong little Max is so you can hurry up and make that call.
Yes, please. He's been moving around like crazy the past couple weeks, so I think he's really strong. Strong enough to kick so hard I almost throw up sometimes, too.
Aw, what a wild boy. Activity is good.
Yep.
Okay, hopefully this isn't too cold.
No, it's okay.
There he is. He's definitely a growing boy, that's for sure. And you're both looking really good.
Oh, I love hearing that.
Let's get some measurements to see exactly how much he's grown.
What the?
What was that?
It's
Oh
gone.
no, I've never seen that before. Maybe something to do with the power.
Oh. Okay.
This is a bit strange.
What? What's strange?
Nothing to worry about or anything. Just having some trouble finding the baby all of a sudden.
Maybe the machine messed up?
Possibly, but I can still see everything else. It's just not picking up the baby for some reason.
Has this ever happened before?
No.
Well, sometimes babies can move into certain positions that are hard to see.
But...
No, this has never happened
but you
before.
can't see my baby at all?
I'm looking.
No, ma'am.
Don't worry, he's definitely here.
Not there.
You know what? Why don't we just see if we can borrow another machine, okay? There has to be something wrong with this one. I'll be right back.
Okay.
She...
What are you talking about?
No.
This can't be happening. Your baby doesn't know the bar? That makes no sense. I know.
It's not happening.
Poor lady.
Humanity has fought tirelessly past through a great many trials of intellectual fortitude to achieve but one singular goal. A goal that countless men have withered away and dying in pursuit of, leaving their towers of work behind to be climbed by coming generations, higher and higher they ascend, so that we will at last reach the one called God. And there, on his apex of infinite knowledge and power, we will approach and look him in the eye as an equal.
Welcome back, user. Frank Porter. Please enter your credentials. Credential requirement bypassed by system administrator. Greetings, unknown user ID. Welcome to Semiodyne USA's virtual message assistant, for user. Project Director, Frank Porter. Establishing custom telephone message settings. Sender, Paul Morelli, of the Morelli Construction and Mining Company. Dates of receipt ranging from March 24th, 1987, to March 30th, 1987. Beginning playback of your messages. Message 1. March 24th, 11:14 a.m.
Hey Frank, it's Paul Morelli. We ran into somewhat of an issue today. We came across these tunnels inside the mountain, pretty deep in, but well, this is gonna sound a little crazy, but he told me to call if anything strange came up, and I figured this qualifies. People have been here before. Some obviously man-made shit in there, like carvings and stone. This shit looks ancient, like real old. I took a crew in to look through it, but seems part of the tunnels caved in some time ago. We're gonna just have to bust through it regardless. But I still wanted to make you aware of it. Anyways, I'll keep you in the loop. Thanks.
Message 2. March 25th, 7:38 a.m.
Hey Frank, it's Paul. Just calling to tell you the day might be a bit slower than usual. Unfortunately, a number of the crew are sick as dogs. Not really sure what kind of stomach bugs going around or what, but we'll do our best to pick up the slack. I'm calling in some guys who have a day off, so hopefully things will get a little closer to normal, you know. That being said, I don't know how the hell this happened, but the section of the tunnel here caved in is clear. The tunnel's been wired up with a few lights, too. Wanted to see if maybe you sent someone in while we were off shift. Night crew said you didn't, but, you know, I didn't see anybody else either, so... But a few of the guys said they'd seen something running around in the woods surrounding the site. I figured it's probably a deer or whatever, but seeing all the ruckus we're making out here, you know? But they all insisted it was something else. Something like a real tall man. Might just be some environmentalist moron trying to cause some shit, but, you know, he ain't done nothing, so I told him to keep focused on the project. For safety's sake, we're going to avoid the tunnel until I hear back from you. All right, bye now.
Message 3. March 25th, 4:56 p.m.
Hey Frank, it's Paul again. The guy you sent out to take photos just left, but well, he seemed totally fine when he got here, but we practically had to carry him back to his car when he was done. I don't know if he caught whatever's going around, but figured you should know. Also, we found some really old shit down there, Frank. Now, I ain't no historian, but we got a guy on the crew who used to do archaeology work or whatever, and I don't know. But I guess there's some old artifacts down there, like weapons, trinkets, and whatever. I'll have him draft up a report for you and send it your way, because I feel like he'd be interested, and he can explain all this shit better than I could anyways. His name's Arnold Rivers. That's about it. All right, bye.
Message 4. March 26th, 1:03 p.m.
Frank, something ain't right here. Crew's getting worse, more sick. I feel okay so far, but I don't know how long that's gonna last. I saw that thing the guys have been talking about last night, stalking around in the tree line. I swear it had a face. Anyways, just call me back as soon as you can, Frank.
Message 5. March 27th, 12:10 p.m.
All our food is rotten, totally spoiled and covered in maggots. It was perfectly fine and stored. There wasn't any problems with the generator, even if we lost power. I mean, it's the end of March. All our food looks like it's been left out in the heat for weeks. No idea what's going on. Please call me back.
Message 6. March 27th, 4:02 p.m.
It's Paul. We saw it again. Something out here with us. It's in the woods. And it's watching us, goddammit. It ain't no animal either. I mean, you guys gonna put up those fancy hunting cameras and see if we can catch anything. Maybe locals fucking with us? I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, anyways, I just...
Message 7. Date and time unavailable. Message. Message
It's the
8.
incorporeal
March
form.
29th, 10:13 p.m.
Frank, it's Paul. Holy shit, well, a lot of the crew here is sick now, and they're sort of like unresponsive. We tried emergency contacts for them, but then now they just keep ringing. The phones, they just kept ringing and ringing and ringing. Nobody picked up from any number we tried. Nobody picked up. No answer machines either. Made a call to the hospital, and same thing. Just ringing. Just tried 911, still nothing. I figured the phones were fucked up, but the machine actually picked up. I think I caught whatever's going around. My skin, it feels tight. A lot of pressure behind my eyes. My teeth feel like they're humming, vibrating. You know what? This all started when we came across that tunnel. I feel like I need to figure out what's down there. I think whatever's down there could help my crew. But most of all, I feel like something really bad's gonna happen if I don't go down. So I'm going down tonight.
Message 9. March 30th, time unavailable.
They've all gone round the bend. So it's like Event Horizon, sort of.
This is the end of your messages.
This is the more messages.
Authorities continue to investigate the recent crime wave that swept across northern Berkshire County, left many of its residents in a state of anxiety and panic. It was 2 weeks ago when the emergency broadcast system was engaged to warn residents to secure their homes due to the activity breaking into people's homes. Authorities have since confirmed that the attacks were, in fact, part of an organized criminal effort and have been attributed to a local anti-American militia group operating out of western Massachusetts called... Police have made numerous arrests in connection to militia, and officials continue to release statements to assure the public that they are safe once again.
We've seen a lot of credible information over the past couple of weeks, and the investigation's still ongoing. We're getting closer by the day.
Thankfully, due to the continued efforts of law enforcement, life has been able to return back to normal. Back to normal. Back to normal.
Back to normal. Back to normal. Oh my.
Back to normal for residents of Berkshire County.
Well, that broadcast went completely tits up, didn't it? I've been getting chewed out by our asshole CIA liaison for the past 2 hours. What the fuck happened?
We're looking into it, sir, but we experienced no issues with the broadcast on our end, so our engineers believe that the signal was hijacked before even reaching the transmitter, but once we started receiving phone calls from viewers, we switched to a backup transmitter.
But by then, the hijacker had already said everything they wanted to say, hadn't they?
Yes, sir.
What a complete fuck up. They made us look like a fucking joke. And during our most popular show. Speaking of which, Don, where the fuck is he? I can't...
Also, like Max Headroom, 20 minutes into the future. Very much go and find that one. It's on YouTube for free.
I'll get hold of him, and he needs to get in here and read a statement to help clean up this fucking mess.
Well, we've been trying to reach him. We've called him multiple times. We've tried his pager. We've asked around to see if anyone's heard from him, but nothing. Right now we've got Gerald standing in for him tonight and not miss a show.
You've been to his house?
Well, no. I just thought that maybe he'd be upset if I did that.
Get in your fucking car and go to his fucking house. I don't care if you kick down his front door and drag him here by his ear. You bring him into the studio. Do you understand?
Yes, Mr. Rosenbaum. Of course, I'll do that right now.
There's some real powerful people depending on us right now. They need us to manage the response to these events, to let the public know what's going on, and the last thing we need is it going wider than it already fucking has. So do what you need to do, or I'm going to replace you with some producers who actually know how to produce a fucking show.
Sorry.
Yeah, very much like how they did the banter that was going on in the boardroom during Max Headroom. Yeah, I mean not word for word or anything like that, but it evoked that imagery.
The file you are trying to access has been destroyed and can no longer be executed or retrieved. Please choose another file. Sorry. It said I'll take your file if you're trying to destroy or trying.
Warning, anomalous file detected. This file should not exist. Are you sure you wish to proceed? Opening
File. Arnold Rivers personal log.
Final.
My name is Arnold Eugene Rivers. The date is April 8th, 1987, about 9:15 at night. I was involved in the Morelli construction project at Mount Greylock. I was hired due to my background in anthropology and archaeology. I've worked to excavate a number of different historical sites. Paul Morelli took me on after securing a government contract for the Greylock project. I'm recording this because I believe my life is in danger, and I likely don't have a lot of time left, so I need to leave some kind of record of my findings. On March 24th, our crew came across tunnels in the mountain that held a multitude of ancient markings and artifacts. On March 25th, Paul cleared the interior of the mountain and asked me, accompanied by a small crew, to look through the tunnels and record notes on what I was able to recognize. I was then to report to one of the project directors, named Frank Porter, to offer my perspective on our findings. I kept this to myself at the time, but what we discovered in that mountain was not normal. Not only did I see the impact it was having on the crew, but certain aspects of my findings did not make any sense. Many of the artifacts were pre-colonial. Some were from Native American tribes, but there were other artifacts, some Mesoamerican, and others were shockingly Clovis in nature. Finding Clovis artifacts here means that people have been coming to Mount Greylock since at least 11,000 BCE, but that's not all, no. There are artifacts I found that could potentially be from even earlier, Paleo-American cultures that we have yet to even begin studying. Then, there were artifacts and writings left by the cultures that were pre-Columbian in nature. Transoceanic contacts prior to Columbus reaching the Americas has always been largely a theory, but the artifacts in this mountain, they prove it. Ancient Chinese, Arabic, Indian, Roman, Spanish, Viking, even ancient Greek and Egyptian are findings that they alone would change world history as we know it today. I'll admit, the anthropologist in me was thrilled. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I figured it had to be a hoax, but I'm confident that it's all authentic. But my excitement was soon replaced with a looming fear and anxiety. How could such a place be so important to so many...
Yeah, and why there are so many different languages. I mean, a lot of times when you have, a lot of times when you have like something written in many languages, or there are a lot of different languages around you, that's usually, not usually, but that's usually trying to inform anybody that could possibly pass by the information that is pertinent at the moment, whatever language you speak. So either it's a warning sign in 8,000 different languages, or a temple that has seen use that no one has ever thought possible, or there's something here that many, many, many different religions want to keep locked away safe, or locked away safely from everyone else. You know what I'm saying? Or it's a temple, or it could just be a giant museum, or something. I don't know. Let's find out.
Cultures for so long, there must be something immense here. Whatever it was, well, that's why I left the project. The tunnels all connected to a series of chambers deep into the interior of the mountain. That's where a majority of the relics were found. There were old baskets of herbs and spices, pottery, weapons and armor, talismans, and other religious items, countless other things. but all of it was there purposely as offerings.
Oh. Yeah.
It was billions of years ago, when our planet was still mostly fire and rock, that a Mars-sized planet that had been drifting through our solar system collided directly with the Earth. The impact was so powerful and violent that the rogue planet was blown into countless pieces of debris. This debris collected to form our moon. Many of the pieces of the unknown planet remain inside the Earth to this day.
Oh. So Mount Greylock is a piece of moon.
Adams Police Department, Dispatcher Carey speaking.
Yes, I'm calling to report a break-in at my coworker's house.
What is your name, sir?
My name is Liam Hollander.
Okay, Liam, you said this was your coworker's house. What is your coworker's address?
It's Parker Hill.
Hi, viewer. How you doing?
Adams, number 491.
491 Parker Hill.
We are watching the Greylock Tapes.
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me anybody hurt?
Excuse me.
Are you still with me?
Pardon me.
Is anybody hurt?
Shit.
Then I witnessed many altars constructed out of the mountain stone, along with evidence of mass animal and human sacrifice. And the carvings in the walls of these sacrificial chambers.
Offerings. That's what the entity said. Offerings.
Familiar symbol, and it made me sick to even look at them. Let me be clear. I am not, nor have I ever been, a religious man. But there's something in that mountain. Something people of countless cultures over the history of our planet have been worshipping, but I don't know why. But I could feel it. Whatever's down there, I could feel it. It was like being trapped in a fever dream. I swear I could hear a voice, and even felt compelled to go further, to speak to whatever's down there. I don't know. I haven't been right since. I keep hearing this droning in my head, ceaseless, all day and night. I can't sleep, just droning, always droning. But that doesn't matter right now. I informed Mr. Porter in my report that the archaeological findings in the mountain are of monumental historical importance, and that there is certainly more to be discovered. And I recommended discontinuing construction there. But it's not as though I have any authority over this project. I fully expected to be ignored. Mr. Porter called me.
My question is, if this is a mountain of such importance, why are there no custodians, like regular people that are custodians, like my father before me and his father before him and his father before him? We have always prayed in this mountain. We have always kept the mountain safe. We have always kept the mountain safe from outsiders. We have always welcomed guests. We have always welcomed worshipers. All are welcome to worship. You know, like what? Why are people just stumbling into things like this? Kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no creepy guy at the gas station at the foot of the mountain. It's like, go no further. Unless you're a worshiper. You know what I'm saying? Just a thought.
On the evening of March 28th, and we spoke on the phone briefly. It was as I thought. He disregarded my concerns. I informed him that I wasn't going to return to the site. He insisted I did, said I was a valuable asset to the project, even offered me a substantial raise, and wanted me to lead a specifically organized team that would clear the tunnels of artifacts before excavation would continue. I, quote unquote, could be responsible for the biggest historical finding of all time, he said. I refused again. I won't put a price on my sanity or my health. especially after seeing what was happening to the crew.
Now loading. Morale Greylock event, Group C, Survivor data. Profile for patient B3590. Rockford, Thomas. Malformations. Notes. Communicative. Patient prone to spontaneous violent outbursts. Treatment of heavy sedation recommended. Only communicate while patient is restrained or via intercom. Now loading. Profile for patient B9231. Washington, Samuel. Malformations. Notes.
Fuck.
Communicative. Patient suffers from constant state of severe paranoia and delusions, resulting in unpredictable violent outbursts. Standard treatment ineffective. High-dose xylazine is recommended. Only communicate while patient is restrained or via intercom. Now loading. Profile for patient B6670. Herrera, Ramon. Malformations.
Oh, fuck.
Notes. Uncommunicative. Patient appears to be in catatonic state. Warning, patient may sit up very suddenly, without provocation, to projectile vomit at any staff in area. Patient's vomit is extremely corrosive and emits nerve gas. All treatments ineffective. Studies must be conducted with full anti-corrosive gear and air purifying respirator equipped on all staff involved. Now loading. Profile for patient B8816. Fleming, Charles. Malformations.
Oh,
Notes.
fuck, man.
Uncommunicative. Warning, patient will attack on sight. Do not interact. Immunity to pain. Patient exhibits cannibalistic tendencies. All treatments ineffective. Immediate euthanasia recommended. Now loading. Profile for patient B4041. Oakhurst, Scott. Malformations.
Whoa.
Notes. Communicative. Communicate with caution. Warning, patient actively pretends to be benevolent and friendly. Strong homicidal and cannibalistic tendencies. Killed and partially consumed 6 staff members on April 6, 87.
Jesus.
Patient laughed hysterically during the attack. All treatments ineffective. Immediate euthanasia or permanent restraint for further study recommended. Now loading. Profile for patient B7992. Kowalski, Edward. Malformations.
Jeez.
Notes. Communicative. Hazardous. Warning, patient possesses inhuman power of suggestion and influence over others. Do not interact. All treatments ineffective. Immediate euthanasia recommended. Now loading. Profile for patient B1584. Rafferty, John. Malformations. Notes. Uncommunicative. Hazardous. Patient appears to be deceased. No vital signs. Patient's body not decomposing. Warning, staff have become ill after even brief time spent in patient's room. Illness disregards protective suiting. Immediate quarantine required for all victims. Mortality rate post-exposure currently 92%. Survivors subject to rapid physical and mental malformations. All treatments ineffective. Immediate remote euthanasia recommended.
I consider myself incredibly lucky to not be in that condition right now. Oddly, he quickly accepted my second refusal, wished me luck in my future endeavors, but before I could say anything else, he'd hung up. But it seemed I'd made the right choice. I heard something awful happened up at Mount Greylock, and then simultaneously, there were all of these things that have been happening around the mountain. The home invasions, the dead bodies that fell from the sky over Cheshire, the pregnancy phenomena, so many other unexplainable things. They all must be related. And I've been trying to figure out how.
Wait, the bodies that fell from the sky? What the fuck? This definitely sounds like an SCP case as well.
I've connected with a local investigator who's been trying to get to the bottom of this. I've shared with him everything I have, though I feel that I've been being watched. I feel a looming threat that I can't really explain. Would the government really send someone to kill me over this? I feel like I'm paranoid, like I've lost some of my mind. I came home from the grocery store the other day, and my front door was unlocked. And I know I had locked it before I left. I scanned my entire house for traces of anything, but found nothing out of the ordinary. I even checked and replaced all of the light bulbs. Oh, God. Saying it out loud like this, it makes me realize how crazy I sound. I've always been a rational man. There's a logical explanation behind everything. Well, I'm glad that I put all of this into a recording. Perhaps that was what I needed to snap me out of this. Honestly, I feel much better just talking about it. This can't be. Oh my God.
It is.
That's my basement door. No. Camcorder. Oh, where's the damn camcorder? Here it is.
Grab a weapon.
They're here. I'm inside my bedroom closet. I'm going to keep the tape recorder running, and I'm hiding in here with my files. If something happens to me, and you find any tapes or files somehow, please bring it to the investigator, Jim Malcolm of North Adams. That goes for this video footage as well.
We're all just waiting for the end.
Come on out, it's the police.
Ooh. Ew. Giblets. Oh. That was super fucking unsettling.
Accessing GBS properties. 101 WRAV FM
What do we have
radio
now?
station. Date of broadcast December 13th, 1963. Segment announcement of the National Access Initiative. Beginning playback.
In one of his first acts after his historic succession, President Lyndon B. Johnson's administration has announced an upcoming program that will revolutionize communication and bring critical home electronics into every American household. The National Access Initiative, as it's been named, is a program designed to ensure that all citizens have equal access to vital communication tools and ways to stay informed, fostering connectivity, security, and unity across the nation. Under this groundbreaking initiative, eligible American households will receive packages containing a myriad of electronics so that citizens may stay properly engaged with one another and remain knowledgeable regarding important events. Electronics such as telephones, televisions, and radios. These packages will also include items aimed at keeping families safe, with devices such as smoke alarms, burglar alarms, and even flashlights. These things will empower individuals to not only stay involved in their communities, but to remain prepared for any emergency as well. President Johnson himself was quoted as saying that in this era of progress and innovation, it is crucial for every American to have the tools necessary as they navigate the challenges of modern life. in an era of ever-increasing technological dependence. These electronics packages are being made available to American households through a partnership with world-renowned technology manufacturer Semiodyne USA.
Oh shit, here we go.
The technology giant's expertise in creating cutting-edge, revolutionary technologies over the past decades has made them a household name, and their gracious contribution to this initiative ensures that the devices provided will be of the highest quality. Further enhancing the experience and benefits for American citizens. When asked for a quote during a press conference earlier this week, President of Semiodyne USA, Percival C. Rothwell, had a lot to say.
The National Access Initiative represents a milestone in our nation's journey towards progress and inclusivity. It's a reflection of the American government and Semiodyne USA's
So fucking sinister looking.
to empower every American citizen, regardless of age, location, or income, with the tools and resources needed to thrive in the electronic age. Of American households still don't have a television in the house. This means they are less informed and are unable to respond to emergencies as quickly or efficiently. A much greater percentage of households have no smoke alarms to alert them in the event of a fire. Perhaps most shocking of all, 29% of Americans don't even
Hey viewer, how
have
you
a
doing?
telephone in their
We're watching the Greylock Tapes.
They're unable to call for aid or even just contact friends or family members. They are left disconnected. For decades, people of all kinds have wondered what it is we're working on at any given time inside Semiodyne. And for decades, we've kept it all quite secretive. But I'll let you in on a little something.
Oh shit.
Kennedy didn't go for it. But you assured me he was amenable. Or was that just more of your bullshit? No? He's gonna fucking expose our whole plan for the NII program. The meeting couldn't have gone worse. If that fucking Nick thinks he's gonna expose
Oh,
Semiodyne,
fuck you, dude.
he's got another thing coming. But we're not the only ones he's pissed off lately. After rejecting Operation Northwoods, and then that executive order involving the Federal Reserve, there are a lot of snakes in the grass. And it's about time that Kennedy got bit.
At Semiodyne USA, we're building the future. And as
A little bit of alternate history there. That's pretty cool. I like that.
I'll tell you one.
Another bit of alternate history, if you are interested in, is the Monument Mythos. That's some crazy shit right there. I mean, this is right up there, and that's why I think about it. But check out the Monument Mythos. That you will not regret it. It's strange on all levels.
Irrefutable fact, the most important one. All roads lead to connectivity. Without connectivity, we have no future. The more isolated individuals are from one another, the weaker they are, the more easily defeated they are, and the less likely they are to see the value of their own lives.
Hey, hon, have you seen the car keys?
Humanity has stood many times at the precipice of extinction. And the only reason we are still here today is because we stood there together.
Now.
Semiodyne
Maritime USA is here with you every step of the way.
The NAI program was a trap. They are watching. They are listening. Fuck LBJ. Fuck Simiodine. I won't be your lab rat anymore. Oh, they actually paused to let us read it. Okay, I thought it was gonna be real quick.
We make a promise to continue to support you into the future as well. Whether it's from a lack of infrastructure or a lack of income, no one should be restricted access to potentially life-saving and life-enhancing technology. And this is only the beginning. We have so much more planned so that Americans can all truly be equal in our society. Security, connectivity, accessibility. It is our belief that it is these three factors that make America the best country.
So just to maybe add some connective tissue, in the beginning, there was a government program that was trying to harness thought forms or tulpas, manifestations of particular energies, and they were trying to harness them to work for America, I guess, America, and then there was some stuff with like Mount Greylock, where they found artifacts from all points in history, and things like all different languages and stuff like that. And there's this company, Simiodine, who's involved in the Project Stargate thing with the tulpas, and they're a technology company, so they're all involved with this, and I think something went wrong, so we're kind of like up here. Oh, there we go. So yeah, that's where we are. Oh, is that where the guy died? Yeah. And these are the bad guys.
Also stated that these monumental benefits won't only be made available to American households, but to police and fire departments, schools, and to small businesses as well. The Johnson administration has stated that while they are going to begin launching this landmark program right away, it will first be made available only in select areas as construction crews from coast to coast prepare to establish important infrastructure that will support the National Access Initiative program.
Haven't we all had one of those before? Well, I never owned Mac, but that's not true. I had an Apple II back in way back in the day. Oh shit!
Oh, they're over here. I noticed they were a little dirty, so I wanted to clean them for you. Yes, they look all shiny and new now. Here.
Makes you think of Pennywise, doesn't it?
Come get them. Then you'll be able to see me.
Where are they? I still can't really see because my eyes are so bad.
You reach out and I'll put them into your hand. Okay.
Okay.
Closer.
This is creepy.
Just a little bit closer.
Oh, it's oh. Oh, wow.
The Johnson administration went on to say that their current projections for a nationwide release are for some time between mid-1966 and early 1967. Citizens will be mailed informational packets regarding the National Access Initiative, including information on how to apply as the program becomes available in their area.
Hello, you've reached Alex Marsh and Tiffany Crisaldi.
So here's a question. Remember back in the beginning when they had the thought manifester thing? What if they put those in all of the electronics that they handed out across whatever this county or whatever, wherever this is happening? And that's why everywhere things are happening, it's, yeah, maybe that's what's going on. I don't know. We'll see.
We're not able to get to the phone, so please leave a message after the tone and we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
All right. So that was the title of that last one was Trojan Technology. So yeah, I feel like they put thought manifestors into all of the electronics, and that's where all the I mean, these are uncontrolled tulpas, thought forms that are just out and about. It's craziness. Give me your thoughts in the comments. Let me know how you liked it. I had a really fun time. This is an interesting universe that I find myself in. Thank you very much, Greylock. We highly appreciate your work. I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette, and then we will move on to the second one. The second film in our lineup tonight by Vintage 8. It's called Itch File 1. And let me put some music on. Let me